Hello fans, it's Resource Born again. Today, we're in April, the year of April. The reason we're in April, because I put on April, take a picture of a model of a Titanic. I'm going to tell you the anniversary, the story of the sinking of the Titanic. I accidentally forgot about Titanic because I've never seen it once. Put on the anniversary of a Titanic. Well, here is display April. This video, we're going to review the Remember of the Titanic, who is the great ocean liner who sailed get to New York and never reached its destination, the anniversary of her sinking. This is the video all about Titanic, so enjoy and listen to what I told you. In April, the RMS Titanic was built in Ireland in 1912, and her sisters she had was RMS Inupiaq, HMS the Britannic. They were the great sisters of the Titanic. She was launched and became a greatest ocean liner. She once designed reach New York just like her sister Inupiaq, the greatest RMS ship. Titanic collect passengers and take them to New York. With her journey, she sailed to each Ireland and England stops, collect all passengers. When she reached Queenstown of Ireland, she's finally set off to New York City and sailed to the beautiful oceans, the venture beyond of New York. She sails, get to New York. The passengers having a great time on the Titanic. See the beautiful sight. Titanic became the hotel ship. Became the hotel, making people, passengers, pressed with a ship. On Sunday night of April, Titanic sailed get to New York, making passengers feel she became history. But she doesn't. The reason she doesn't, she's not there in New York. The reason she's not there, she's crossing Atlantic Ocean. Titanic's crew and the lookouts counter an ice fields in Titanic's path. When she closer get to New York, the two lookouts spotted an iceberg ahead in front of the Titanic. They ring Officer Murdoch turned the ship, passed through the iceberg without crashing it. When the crew realized they need to turn Titanic away, they called out the engine room and messaged the owner, chief for the engine room. The crew explained there's an iceberg. They make the Titanic turn to slow down before it collides it. When the lookouts watch when the Titanic closer to the berg, they quickly figure a way to turn the ship around before it collided. When too late. Titanic collision have collided an iceberg. A gaping hole rips on the side of the ship, cause there's a flood on the rooms. When the captain approached the bridge, he told the crew the passengers heard a scraping noise. Murdoch explained about the iceberg the ship collided. When he finished, the captain was horrified and told Thomas Andrews Thomas Andrews heard about an iceberg crash. He decided to get people off the ship using lifeboats. The ship will go down like a head, and the ship will perish in the water, he said. The captain realized Thomas Andrews was right. He ordered the crew to warn the passengers to go on the lifeboat safely. When the ship began sinking, the captain told the wireless man, known as Harold Phillips, in the wireless room to contact the rescue ships to come to help the sinking vessel. The only hope was RMS Campefiel. The ship was not far away distance of the Titanic. When she heard a radar, the ship was heading back on the Titanic. It sinks, getting slower, and slower, almost fast. Many people tried to get off the ship, but there was rules on to get in the lifeboats. Females, children first, instead of men. They have to go on the lifeboats or leave them behind. Their choice of a sinking. The passengers on the lifeboats watch the people try to escape the Titanic, almost risk their lives before dying, try to survive of a sinking. They watched the bow went down like a head, and the second they watched the one funnel collapse, and the second when the stern rises, till it was blackout inside the Titanic. Suddenly, they heard rattling caused the explosion, till Titanic's stern was blown, break in half. One poop deck touched the water, and the second stern, touched with a bow, went down first, dragging the piece of a ship before plummet, and the second poop deck's stern went down second, till they watched the sadder demise. RMS Titanic perished in the water that night. When Titanic sunk, went through underwater, the passengers on the lifeboat watched the perished ship have vanished. There's nothing left for it, till one of the passengers noticed the light appeared the distance coming towards them. They called out, "Where's the rescue ship?" The rescue ship arrived in dawn was RMS Campefiel. She was the heroes of the Titanic, who take Titanic's lifeboats and the people freeze in the water out of the water. Many ships gather, take the passengers to New York, head back to Ireland in England. His sister RMS and Lupic pick up the passengers, take them to New York. The ship was heartbroken, the perished of her sister, Titanic's sinking demise. When the passengers reached New York, headlines show Titanic collide an iceberg. The reason the ship was headed straight to the ice field shouldn't go there in the first place. After the incidents, they decide the people blamed an icebergs because when Titanic collided after the incident, many survivors fit on history in the news, but none of them survived of the sinking. Many lives are lost. Men, the female, ladies, and the children. Even the captain. Edward Smith, and Thomas Andrews. Many lives are lost. They gave a resting place to the ocean, the cemetery, America, Ireland, and England. Titanic solos forgot about till the research team vessel on the ship, the Venturous explorers, have found the wreckage of a Titanic, who sunk. An ancient ship has finally found. The headlines cross around the world having the good news. The research explorer team have found Titanic's wreck site. They watched a video on YouTube or television to see Titanic was found by the research founder team ship. When Titanic was found, they brought the piece from underwater from the Titanic, show artifacts to bring Titanic history return. In the Titanic Museum on England in America, Titanic's items still there. In Titanic's Buckfast in Ireland, the museum was open to see to fascinate the men who built Titanic. As for the RMS Titanic, she remains on the ocean as an always rememberable ship. Her legends of her will go on history and lived on as a happy spirit of a sinking ship. That's where we learn the history stories of the Titanic, the famous ship who sunk on 1912 back in to remember the anniversary of a Titanic of April back in 1912. If you want to see more stuff all about the RMS Titanic, click on YouTube to see all about the videos, all about Titanic's histories and her sinking. Even better, if you want to see it, click on my YouTube channel. I got many videos. And don't forget a subscribed and the bell in the comments below. It may say bye. Oh, here's one more thing I'm about to say. This is Resourceborn. Thanks for watching. And here's the thing. All about it. Chugga chugga. Choo choo. Bye. Having a good time. Good night.